What's good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squid, back in another video. Masterpiece is actually back in the format. Believe it or not, guys, you can make a monster that's unaffected by any card effect in the game and has a quick play pop by only using 2 cards, all thanks to this little guy that came out in the new Brothers of Legend set called Blackwing Sharna, the Waning Moon, which no one is talking about. This is blowing my mind. I have to give a huge shout out to my boy Anthony Across for telling me this combo. He's just feeding me combos like crazy. But guys, this is absolutely nuts. Blackwing Sharna, the Waning Moon is a level 2 Dark Winged Beast Blackwing tuner that comes out of Brothers of Legend, and its effect is if a monster with 2,000 or more attack is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this card once per turn this way. And then the other effect, which is absolutely broken, is if you control a Blackwing Synchro monster, what you can actually do is you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. Quick effect pop for any face-up card like a Trident. Unfortunately, this effect is only once per duel, but that doesn't matter because usually you're probably going to win on the following turn that you summon out this Beast of a Synchro, which I am going to demonstrate for you guys right now. So all you need is 2 cards basically, or even any level 6 with 2,000 or more attack on the field, and you can do this really easily with a Yugioh. So I thought this could fit really well into a Dragon Link deck, but nonetheless, this is what you have to do. So you would summon out a Yugioh or any level 6 card, or level 8. You could also do level 8. All you have to do is get to a level 10, but I'm just showing you guys with the Yugioh because you can actually, what you can do is you special summon this out of your hand. It's not an activated effect, inherent. And then from here, we can actually go off into Excel Stardust Dragon, which allows us to resurrect the Blackwing Sharna, the Waning Moon on its summon, and then from here we can just link climb, or rather synchro climb, into a level 10 Blackwing Full Armor Master, which is a level 10 synchro that everyone forgot about. This is a newer Blackwing card that came out in the past couple of years, but unfortunately Blackwings were just so power crept that this card never saw the light of day. This card is a level 10 generic synchro that requires a Blackwing tuner, and then you can use any levels for the rest of the levels, so it could be level 8, right, in our case. It's unaffected by other cards' effects. Crazy, that's the first line of text. It's unaffected by any card effects. And then the other effect is each time an opponent's monster activates its effect, place 1 wedge counter on that opponent's monster, maximum 1, after that effect resolves. So every time your opponent's monster uses an effect, you place a wedge counter onto it on the field. And then the other effect is a ignition effect, which you can activate on your turn. You can target one monster your opponent controls with a wedge counter, take control of it permanently. Crazy. And then once per turn during the end phase, your end phase rather, you can destroy all monsters on the field that have a wedge counter. So what happens is you make Blackwing Full Armor Master. Obviously, this card has a ginormous flaw, which is why I think Blackwing is not very good, because it only has 3,000, 3,000, and it can actually be destroyed by battle, right? It can't be affected by card effects, but we can still overtake this in battle, which is quite easy because it doesn't have any disruptions built into itself, right? Like if you're playing pure Blackwings, you can't even use Qualut to boost its attack because it's unaffected by your effects as well as your opponent's. So that's where Blackwing Sharna, the Waning Moon, comes in, because any monster that's going to threaten to pop the Armor Master by battle, we can actually use Sharna, the Waning Moon, to destroy it before we get destroyed by battle, therefore protecting it. And a lot of decks, in order for them to actually make a monster that has 3k or more attack and threaten lethal by battle, it actually involves a lot of resources. So just popping that monster generally means that the Blackwing Full Armor Master is going to stay on the field. The crazy part about all of this is that as your opponent uses their effects to build a monster that's capable of even vanquishing Full Armor Master by battle, we're going to be placing wedge counters on their opponents on the cards, right? So that means any monsters that are unable to destroy Blackwing Full Armor Master by battle and stay on the field on the following turn, we can actually use the effect to steal them, to at least steal one monster, because once per turn, but we can steal it permanently, which is crazy. So we're basically guaranteed to win on the crackback, which is why Blackwing Sharna, the Waning Moon, it doesn't really matter that the pop effect is only once per duel, right? If this Full Armor Master is surviving, then chances are we're probably in a good spot on the crackback to win on that following turn anyways, which is absolutely nuts. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this card, because this card, it's not just for Blackwing Full Armor Master. On its own, Sharna the Waning Moon is still an incredible level 2 tuner extender that's free. All you have to do is have a monster with 2,000 or more attack on the field. It doesn't even have to be your own monsters. Going second, if your opponent has a board, including a monster with 2k or more attack, you can just special summon this from your hand, and because it doesn't activate, it means it cannot do things like Fenrir to banish it. It's just a non-classified effect that special summons from your hand, a lot like Cyber Dragon does, okay? So this is really, really awesome. It's just generic, extender with the option anytime you have a Bistio or level 6 to go into XL Stardust Dragon to resurrect it to go into full Armor Master, or if you just have a level 8 on the board, you could also do the same thing, something with like a Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. You can just summon a Sharna of the Waning Moon out, and then you can go from there as well. Remember guys, Chaos Dragon Legionnaire also has the effect to resurrect a monster from the graveyard, so that's potentially something else that you guys can do as well. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about this card because I think this combo, no one's really been talking about it, and I think that it just puts on a masterpiece in the current format, which no deck can really deal with, right? Like even Cashier, they're going to be struggling. They can obviously get a Rise Heart with a field spell, which boosts their attack by at least 100 because there's darks based on the attributes on the field. So that's something that could potentially threaten it. But again, we can just pop that using the Sharna of the Waning Moon in the graveyard. And then there's no way for them to really interact with the Blackwing Full Armor Master because it's unaffected. This is a true Towers monster. It's not like other Towers monsters that you can kind of steal with tactics, for example, Whirlwind, because they're specifically restricting certain things like monster effect targeting it. But this is just unaffected by cards, period. So it's just like a true masterpiece, a true Towers, and you can just use Blackwing Sharna to prevent your monster from being destroyed by battle. So I kind of like put together a quick little rough concept of a dragon list. I could play this, but it's really nice that this is a free extender, so you can either go into your link plays or potentially start synchroing off. And then again, with any Bistio, which is very, very easy for you guys to get out with Dragon Links, you can instantly put on a full Armor Master onto the board, which is hard for a lot of decks to deal with. Turn 1, especially when you have that pop. Going second, they might not see it coming, so you can just whip this out of nowhere, especially when you have XL Stardust Dragon. They might think that a Baron's coming, so they might try to prevent the Baron, but you can still go into full Armor Master if you just put like another Bistio on the board, for example. So it's just really, really neat that I thought you guys can experiment with, see how good this card is, because it could just be auto win. A lot of decks just have no answers to full Armor Master as it is right now. So yeah, guys, definitely let me know how this goes. Definitely test this out because this combo I think is just a lot of fun. You could also play pure Blackwings as well with this card because it's just a generically good Blackwing card that's searchable off Black Whirlwind. I know that deck can also put out 2 full Armor Masters on the board on turn 1 at least. So that's another thing you guys can experiment with. I'm not fully versed in the deck, to be honest, so I don't know how the combo works, but I just know that full Armor Master is a card you want to spam out, and I think it can be splashed into a lot of decks. So if you're playing like a Synchro Adventure deck, potentially you could try this out as well. Anything that has Bistios or level 6s, so you can pair with it, or level 8 to pair, I think is just amazing. So yeah, guys, definitely give this a try. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other ways to take advantage of Blackwing Sharna of the Waning Moon, and if this combo is actually viable in the competitive scene, because I've never actually tested this in real life, but I just think it's a crazy combo that could come up. So guys, give this a go, let me know how it goes, and then we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.